I got started drumming in June of 1964 because the Beatles and the Dave Clark Five and the Stones were out, and everybody had to get in a band, and I had to get in a band too. As a drummer, my inspirations were Charlie Watts and Ringo Starr and Dave Clark when I started in 1964, and then around 1967 and 8, they kind of morphed up to Ginger Baker and Keith Moon and guys like that, and then Kenny Jones and John Bonham and all the rock drummers of the day. The first band I was in was called the Stompers, and we played venture songs and instrumentals. And then the first band I was in that had a single was called the Pagans. We had a single in 1967 when I was in high school. It was a Beatles song called Good Day Sunshine. My advice to a starting drummer would be go see other drummers play and see what they're doing, and get some lessons or get someone that knows what they're doing to give you some advice, and get some good gear. How has drumming overall changed my life? Drumming been pretty good. I'm a fourth generation drummer. They told me when I was about 21 because they didn't want to encourage me. They being my parents and grandparents. But my great grandfather drummed in the Civil War, and my grandparents drummed and played in church and stuff. And my mom plays everything, all instruments, including drums. And for me, drumming, of course, meant I didn't have to go into the family business, which was roofing and hot tar and a roofing company, and I did that for about 2 years, and then got in a band with Rick and Tom and Robin, and we sold some records, and I'm still playing professionally after a few years. Next for me is Cheap Trick all year long. Right now we're out with Def Leppard and Poison. There's a tour break in a month or so, and I have a side project called Tinted Windows, and that's Adam Schlesinger from the Fountains of Wayne and Taylor Hanson from the Hansons and James Eha from the Smashing Pumpkins, and we do power pop, and we're doing that. And I cut a song about a month ago, Tiny Dancer, with Jack Blades and Tommy Shaw, that's coming out next year on their record. And in January I did an EP with a guy from Chicago called Nick Tremulous and the bass player from Wilco, John Sturrott, and we're called the Vandalettes, and that's coming out this summer. And I play on Miles Nielsen's new record. I'm on 3 or 4 songs. Rick's son Miles, that's an alt-country record. And I like to stay busy, and when people call up and want a drummer for a session, I usually go, sure, why not?